All right, I heard today's Fibble was interesting, so I thought I'd check it out. I do enjoy Fibble. So if you're not familiar with Fibble, this is like Wordle, but on every row, one of the clues is a lie. Now, I did one the other day where I followed the rule that every guess had to be a possible answer, and I'm gonna do that again today because I actually kind of failed. I thought I was doing it, but on one of the guesses, I guessed something that was not possible. So, now it's a little easier with this one today because the other day it was all grays, so I could only reuse one letter. And typically I try to reuse letters to find contradictions. Another theory is to use new letters and try and kind of work on groups of letters. Like when you have 5 grays, you know one of those letters has to be in the answer, so you can kind of work that way. But now interestingly, either the A or the D is correct, at least. So we have a letter for sure, we just don't know which one. And also, at least 3, okay, well first of all, could the P be the lie? Let's think about that. Could the P be the lie? If the P was the lie, we would need to have all 5 of these letters in the word. The A and the D would have to be in those spots. I mean, I don't think so. I don't think so, I don't think it's possible. The P couldn't be at the end then, so the P would have to be either first or second. So it'd either be E-pads or peds, I guess. Yeah, no, I don't think the P can be the lie. I'm gonna say that's true. But 3 of these 4 letters are in the answer, and at least one of them is correct in the green there. So let's assume that E is the lie. And it's supposed to be green. Ooh, which would be interesting, because then you'd have this. Which doesn't work. You know what? You know what would be a good guess here? Oh no, we can't do that. I was gonna say aside, but that would make the A and the E be lies. And we can't do like shade, because then the S and the E would be lies. But we can do something like, ooh, right, because no, we can't. I was gonna say we could do something like blade, but if we're not using the S, then the S is the lie. If we're putting an E, there's 2 ways to look at it. If we're not using the S, then the S is the lie, and the E has to be true. Or alternatively, if we're putting an E at the end, the E is the lie and we have to have an S. So actually something ADS might be better. Don't use an E. But then what's that gonna be? The interesting thing is, if we keep the A and the D, I mean, it almost has to end in an E or an S, right? We could do grads. Grads, there we go. That's pretty good. So this would be the A and the D are true, the S is true, the E would be the lie then. So that works. Okay, let's do grads. Okay, one of the D's is a lie, therefore the A's are definitely true. There is definitely an S in the word because one of the 2 is true. For sure, possibly both of them. If both of the S's are true, just thinking, could both the D's be lies? That's a question, right? So that means the green S is true, the yellow S would be true, there would be an E. So we would need to have, and we would need to have a D somewhere then. It would have to be like D-E, deals. Does that work if both of the D's are lies? That makes, yeah, okay, both D's are lies. So the S is true here, that S is true. The E is true because it's in a different spot. The G and R are true. I think that works if both of the D's are lies. So let's go with that for our next guess. Okay, so we know the A is true. Got 2 gray D's and 2 green S's. But, so if the gray D is a lie, then it's the lie on both of them. Which would then mean it would have to be LEA something S. But that's possible, it could be like leaks or something. No, that's if the gray D was true. Sorry. No. If the gray D is a lie, then you have to have a D. If the gray D is true on both of them, then what's gonna be the lie? The S could be the lie on both of these. Okay, if the D is true, then what's the lie? That's an interesting question, isn't it? It could be the S. If it's not the S, then it would have to be the G or the R. But then you also have to have the E or the L be the lie. So something EARS, would that work? The S's are true. The gray D's are true. The green D is the lie up here, so you've got the E and the S. Those are true. That's good. True, true. The D's are true. The L is the lie, so we wouldn't be able to have an L, basically. Well, the L could be a lie, and we could actually have... Yeah, so the L could be the lie, and it could be that it's green, and you could do EALS. But then you need a G or an R. I mean, reals, maybe, but I don't like that. Otherwise, EARS, if the L is the lie and it's supposed to be gray, and the R is a lie, that would work. The L and the R would be the lies. The green D would be the lie at the top. We could do like fears or bears or tears or... let's do tears. That's possible. Now, a good guess would be gears here because it would let you check for the G, but we're assuming the R is the lie. And so we then can't do a G. So let's do tears. Okay, so one of the two E's is a lie. We still know this green A is true. That's always true. One of the E's is a lie. One of the S's is a lie. So everything else on those two rows is true. Which means the gray D is true, which means the green D is a lie, which means the E and the S are true there. Now. So if the green S is the lie, the green E is true, then the yellow, here's the problem there. I mean, that might be possible, but that means the E is true. So we have E and A. The S, the yellow S's both are true, which means the S would then have to be fourth. It would have to be this. We do have an L. We also have a T, least. Least works if the two greens, S's are lies. Because that makes the E true, this E is false, this S is true. So the S goes there. The G and R are true. Yeah, least works. Let's try least. There we go! Answer was least, got it in 5. Very nice. Okay, cool. So it's definitely harder with this mode where you have to guess an answer that works, but it's easier doing this mode when you have several greens and yellows at the beginning. It's harder when it's all grays because you can't repeat letters and get as many contradictions, but maybe I just got a little lucky in what I assumed was true and false, but there you go. So let me know how you did with today's Fibble, and if you got it in at least 5 guesses, or at most 5 guesses, I guess, or at least if you did worse than me, you got in at least 5 guesses more. I don't know. Anyways, and if you shed a lot of tears trying to get good deals on graduate supplies, I don't know. Anyways, let me know how today's Fibble went for you, and if you thought it was hard, or if you noticed any mistakes in my guesses. Did I break the rules? Possibly, I don't know. Maybe Editor Scott will figure it out and put a comment on the screen. But at any rate, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon with some more puzzles.
In the next inning, he was on deck when the manager informed him he had just been traded to the Montreal Expos. Now, the Expos had a game later that evening.
Replacement. I was just thinking about words that could end with M-E-N-T. Oh, it's not shall. So one of the L's has to be the lie. So feel or feeling, I think feeling, because I think it's gonna be develop, or maybe develops with the S there.